Hello everyone, and welcome to another art lesson with Miss Laura. Today we're going to use some stuff that you find at home. I am sure that many of you are gathering and collecting stuff, especially for your recycle bin, but instead of throwing away everything, today we're going to make use of some of the empty toilet paper rolls to make a very beautiful craft. Today we will be making a frame using empty toilet paper rolls and also decorating it with a little bit of flowers that even we are going to make. So, let me show you what things we need for this craft. We need 8 empty toilet paper rolls. Now if you have only 4, you could also make this craft because you could even halve them. But to make it easier, if you have 8, it's much better because you will have enough space where to put glue. So, empty toilet paper rolls, which we will paint very soon. We need a piece of cardboard. It could be any cardboard. This is from a box, but if you have a cereal box, for example, this is a bit hard. An empty cereal box is also good. I will show you how to use this later on to make our frame. We also need, make sure you have something to cover your table. I'm using a piece of magazine paper. We need glue. Any kind of glue is good. If you have glue gun, you could use it. Or if you have white glue, you can use it. I'm using just the simple glue stick, okay? I will show you how to use it later on. Now, for the painting part, you need a brush, any colors you want for your frame. My frame is blue, but the one I will be doing today with you is going to be light pink. So choose the color that you like. You could make some water in a cup for the paint. We also need a piece of a string so that we will prepare the string for the frame. I also used some black paint for the back, but you could use any color. I'm using black. Okay. For the flowers, there is another whole video on my YouTube channel. So if you would like to see it in more detail, you could have a look at that 5-minute video over there. But today I'm also going to show you how to make the flowers later on. So for the flowers, you would need 2 pieces of square paper. This is 9 by 9 centimeters. This is 8 by 8 centimeters. It's a bit smaller. If you want smaller flowers, make sure that they are smaller, okay? So you could make it, for example, 8 centimeters and the other one 7 by 7. It's up to you, okay? Make sure you have a pencil, maybe a ruler. Yes, you might need the ruler, okay? Basically, those are the things that you need. Some other things that you need include a piece of tissue to wipe your brush in it. You need scissors, and also you need to choose the photo that you would like to include in your frame. I chose a photo of my mom and I because I'm giving this frame to my mother. However, you could choose any photo which you would like to put in your frame. It could be of a pet, it could be of a view, like I did in this one. It's up to you. So, we're going to start off our frame. The size of the cardboard you're using needs to be an A4 size. When we say A4, we mean the size of a paper, a printer paper. Okay? Now, how are we going to find the middle of our cardboard to know where we're going to glue the photo later on? As you can see, here I've prepared a frame, another border. I'm going to show you how to make this. To be able to do this, you're going to make some measurements. You're going to measure using your empty toilet paper rolls. You're going to place them. You're going to place them on the cardboard like this. As you can see, they're already taking shape. So using my pencil, I'm going to draw. Okay, I didn't glue them yet. We're going to draw a line. It doesn't have to be straight. As you can see, I'm not using a ruler at the moment. I'm just taking note. The edge of these empty rolls to see where they stop. Okay, now I can remove these. This will help me understand where I should glue them later on. And now I also know where to place my photo, okay? Now I'm going to put this a little bit on the side to show you how to paint the empty toilet paper rolls. Now we're going to start painting the empty toilet paper rolls. The best way to hold it without getting paint on your hand is to take out these 3 fingers, you put the roll inside and you just hold it like this, so you can twist your hand, okay? And you can paint any side without getting paint on your hand. I have decided to use white and blue to make some light blue. I created this jeans effect. I tried to create this jeans effect. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. Alright, by making white first and then adding blue bit by bit. I'm going to show you how. But you could paint it any color you want. Okay? If you see that your paint is a bit dry, doesn't matter, add a drop of water, not too much, or else you will end up with too much water on your empty roll. I'm adding white at the moment. As you can see, holding the roll in this manner will avoid getting too much paint on your hand if you have to hold it like this. Nearly ready from the white. I like to start with light colors because it's easier to start from light to dark rather than starting dark and going light. This. The brush. I'm getting some blue now. If you want to create this effect, okay, that is dabbing. When you dab paint like this. You prefer to have it more like the jeans effect, like in this frame. Okay, we're going to paint, but it doesn't matter if you leave the white showing. It's not all even, as you can see. I'm leaving some white showing. Some parts could be a bit darker, some parts could be a bit lighter, and you could even have the white show. Is it a cool effect? It doesn't have to be perfect blue. You could also add some dots if you prefer. So, you're going to paint 8 okay? And leave them to dry. When they are completely dry, you could use them for your craft. Now, since we're using paint, and my brush is still wet, I'm going to paint this part. Why? You could leave it as it is, but since the picture doesn't fit exactly to this border you did before, I decided to paint the background here with a color. You could give it any color you want. I'm going to do it black, but if you prefer to do it blue, for example, or any color you want, you can. So, I'm going to paint it in. Using some black. As I said, you can use any color that you want. I'm using black straight from the pot because I'm not mixing it with any other color. Don't worry too much about this part because it will be filled up with your photos. And like I did in mine, I even added a pattern here or a frame or another border, some decorations. Filling in. Once you're ready, you can put it aside to dry. While the black paint is drying up and even the toilet rolls are drying up, we're going to use our time to prepare the flowers. Today I'm going to show you how to make the flowers, but if you want to see it better, there is another video, as I said before, on my channel, which you could view at your own pace. So you need 2 pieces of paper, both of them are square, but one needs to be a little bit bigger. Okay, so you're going to fold. I'm going to start with the big one. You also need a scrap piece of paper, glue, scissors, and even a pencil. We're going to start folding the tip with the tip to form a triangle. The other tip with the one on the other side, and press the creases really well. And I'm folding again, so 3 folds. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing for the other square. I'm holding it like a diamond, the tip with the tip, and press, the tip with the tip, the other tip, and press. And I'm doing the same thing, so 3 triangles. Now with your pencil, okay, I'm holding this point, the folded part, on my right, and the other folds on the other side. I'm going to draw an arch. Okay, I'm going to repeat this step on the other one. Scissors and cut that arch. 1 and 2. Open your paper. This is the small one that will be on the inside, and this is the big one. Now, the big one, we're going to cut off 1 piece. If you want to mark it with a pencil, you can. The other one, the smaller one, we're cutting off 2 pieces. Be careful with your scissors always. If you need help, you can always ask an adult to help you. Alright, these parts, we don't need them, but you could use them in any other craft that you want. You need your glue. Put glue on one of these petals. And close it. Close the other one on and press gently. Do the same thing for the other one. The glue on one petal. Close it. And press this. To make it flat like this one, we're going to press gently the bottom part. You could either do it like this, or else you could press on a table. I'm going to do the same thing for the other one. Put glue at the base of the small one. Make sure you put a lot of glue so it sticks. And stick it in the bigger flower. For the inside part, okay, I'm going to use either these scrapped paper from the same cuttings, or else I had another piece. Just grabbing a piece, squash it in the form of a ball. It could be any color, any size, it doesn't matter. Put glue and stick it inside. You could press or count 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And leave it to dry. How many do you need flowers? It's up to you. Here, for example, I did 4 big ones and 2 smaller ones. But you could use maybe 4, just 1 for each corner. Or you could set and place 3 on one side only. It's up to you. You could fill it all up with flowers. But it's up to you, you decide. Now that our black paint is dry, I'm going to stick the photo. Okay, so you can use glue. I'm using normal glue stick. You could use white glue, you could use your glue gun. If you have, always ask an adult, because it can be a bit dangerous. But with normal glue, it works. This craft can be done with normal glue. Try and find, if possible, the center. Okay, so that you have enough, this This part over here is equal to this part, and press. It doesn't matter if over here is not perfect. That will be covered, most of it, with the toilet rolls. So, we're ready from the photo. I'm going to start gluing the empty toilet paper rolls. Okay? But first, I like to plan. Like when you do a creative writing, you plan your work, right? So in art, and crafts, it is also important to plan to see what your work will look like. Okay. The best part to start with is with the side. Okay, so I'm grabbing my roll. I am going to squash it a bit. I'm going to flatten it a bit. All of them actually. So while they are still here, I can squish them a bit. Why am I squishing them? So that the surface where I'm putting glue is a little bit flat now. Okay? Like the example here. This one was glued down using your stick. So you see, it gets quite hard when it's dry. So, glue. Fill it up really well. And stick. The trick is that you try and find the edge. Get it close. Let me remove these. Get it close to the black part here. And press. Press really well. That is the trick. I'm inserting my fingers, especially your thumb, because you have a lot of, you can press a lot with it, and press. You could count 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'm going to do the same thing for the other one. Squash your roll. Put glue and stick. Now I can't insert my finger, as you can see, from this side, so I'm using more fingers from the other side. And press. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And keep sticking the other rolls. Now that you have glued down your painted toilet paper rolls, make sure you put it aside to dry for at least 15 minutes so that you make sure that it sticks properly to the cardboard. While you are sticking, if you noticed that, as you can see here on mine, I can still see the cardboard, you can always grab your brush again, okay, and you can paint inside there to make some touch-up so that you cover the brown part and put it aside to dry up a little bit more. Afterwards, we will be sticking our flowers. Now you're going to decide how you want to display your frame. Since we used whole toilet paper rolls, your frame can actually stand on its own. Okay, so there are many ways where or how you can place your frame, either like this, standing on its own, or else you could prepare a frame for the back, like a stand. Here, for example, on this piece of cardboard, I drew this design. I'm going to do it with marker now. If your cardboard is thick and you want to cut, always ask an adult to help you because it may be a bit hard. Okay? You could cut. Here is where you need to fold, okay? You could cut around this. As you can see, my cardboard is very, very hard to cut. So if you need help, ask an adult at home. Or else you could choose the other version I told you, the freestanding frame. fold where you have the dotted lines. And you could use tape, I'm using paper tape, to stick this at the back. Before you stick it, make sure that this edge reaches the ground, because if you leave it up here, it doesn't work. Okay, so you would put it down, open it up as much as you want, and put tape, masking tape over here. Another way that you would need help for this is to pierce holes. Again, for the piercing, you would need an adult to help you do that, because the cardboard is a bit thick. So you would need to ask an adult to pierce the holes, so that in here we will insert the strings. Okay, so there are three ways: either freestanding, either using the stand at the back, using masking tape. The shape is like this, right? I show you on the other side. Press, pierce holes, ask an adult to pierce 2 holes, and insert a string. If you're going to insert a string, you could make it double. You can insert these 2 inside here. This is how I did mine, okay? Pull them out and insert to create this kind of knot here, right? I'm inserting the other 2. On the other side, you still need the tape for this part later on, okay? You're going to make a knot. Only if you want to make a hanging frame, because as I said, you could use any of the other 2 methods I told you before. This part, you can actually tape it at the back if you want to hide it. So this would be for the hanging. Now I'm going to decorate using the flowers we did before. Time to use our flowers to decorate our frame. I'm going to start by adding glue to one of my flowers. Put a lot of glue. As I said before, you can use any type of glue that you like. Glue gun, white glue. This yellow stick might need some more time to dry. Okay, and decide where you want to stick it. I have decided to stick mine over here. Press so that it makes sure it sticks. 5, 4, 3, 2. Is now ready. After you stick the flowers, make sure you allow enough time for them to dry. And you can give this as a present to someone special, whereas you can find a special place in your house where to hang it. I hope you enjoyed this craft activity using everyday objects that you have at home. I'll see you again next time. Bye!